Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War pro modcasts this side of East Yorkshire. So we've got a 1 versus 1 on Blood River. Over in the Eldar corner we've got just Choco Bambus, whereas on the Chaos side we have got DoWprolShed. Shed going to go for triple cultists and a Chaos Temple, whereas the Eldar are going to go for double Guardians, Fleet of Foot, Aspect Portal, Plasma Generator and a Soul Shrine. So quickly, just to address the elephant in the room, I do believe that last time we saw Eldar in a Dawn of War Pro mod game, well, lots of comments saying, hey, these blooming Eldar, they seem a little bit overpowered. And I will say that Dawn of War Pro mod, of all the mods, is probably one of the most balanced mods, I would say, in my humble, honest opinion. It's just that just Choco Bambus is just such an excellent Eldar player. I mean, I'm half thinking that he's connected to some sort of Infinity Circuit. Maybe he's potentially an Eldar in real life, who really knows? But yeah, anyway, he's going to go for some Howling Banshees, which I'm not sure if is the best choice against Chaos, as Chaos don't mind getting up into close quarters. Chaos Marine's going to be reinforcing themselves for maximum numbers, while a Chaos Lord is on his way out. Be very, very careful with your Chaos Lord, as I imagine at some point, there we go, the Eldar Farseer will be coming out, and her Mind War is certainly the bane of all heroes in any other faction. Chaos Marines will be firing at these Guardians in the negative cover. Will take down 2 models before they fall back. Howling Banshees umming and ahhing whether to go which way or the other. Are they able to get 6 models themselves if they so wish, so they won't be outnumbered. They're unlike the Guardians and Warp Spiders in Dawn of War Pro mod. They are able to get a decent number of units, or models should I say. But certainly against it, they're not going to go toe-to-toe. Or are they? What are you doing, Howling Banshees? I want commitment. I want dedication. I want something from you. There we go. They're going to go north instead. Maybe brush against these cultists as they capture the critical location in the middle. Will they push them off there? Charging straight in. Not turning off their Fleet of Foot though. They just want to... I think this is more of a scare tactic rather than anything else. Everyone just building up their listing posts at the moment. While these Howling Banshees charge straight in. Going for this Heretic. In fact, let's watch from the Heretic's perspective. His back being pierced with many chaosy, spiky bits. Must do really bad stuff for his composure. And he's doing alright, actually. He's got quite the wiggle on him, got quite the speed. Might want to put these Howling Banshees into the range stance and maybe just let him get away from them and just fire at them. But he's passing the crucified corpses over yonder, making some good progress. But yeah, it's a full-blown Benny Hill situation. Will he survive there? That is the question.
We are taking
something tells me that he will eventually be killed. But yeah, he will probably be killed at some point. Go on, can he do it? Can the Howling Banshees kill him? Maybe, possibly. There we go. Manages to kill him eventually. While that's going on there, that Heretic did buy the Chaos Player a lot of time, allowing these Chaos Marines to move forward, not only capturing this relic over yonder, but also take down this listing post. And also start striking down these Guardians. Guardians have been given the, what would you call it, the guide ability from the Farseer. Mind War going on the Chaos Lord there. So his health has been knocked down to half already. A second Howling Banshee squad on the way. And keep these guys moving. Bit of a misclick from Choco Bambus. Probably mistaken his own Howling Banshees for some approaching baddies. Chaos Lord though, feeling the heat of the shuriken catapults of these Guardians. Chaos Marines will turn their attention to these Guardians. And toe-to-toe, these Chaos Marines will beat them in close range and long range. Howling Banshees though, not allowing them a moment of rest. While this is going on, these cultists are just trying their best to harass and harry this side. Howling Banshees trying to recapture this strategic point as these cultists move into close range to stab them with their stabby bits. Although will not survive in close combat for long when the Howling Banshees turn their attention. Over here, the cultists, the Chaos Marines, taking down one Banshee.
Guardian squad.
And these ladies are quite expensive for what they are. Cultists being chased down the middle of the map by these Howling Banshees, getting good surround this Farseer. The Farseer having lots and lots of AoE attacks will be able to get some space as these Guardians move forward. It's an absolute scrum down in the middle. Howling Banshees just going for that decap, not engaging in any combat as of yet, but imagine that once they get that decap, they will then turn their attention to striking down as many people as they can. Farseer nearly going down, only 24 health left. Throwing down one last Mind War on this Chaos Lord, going to fall back as well. Although losing range, I imagine that, from what I understand with Mind War, is that when you break range, it does cancel the effect. So not getting off a maximum Mind War there, but still enough to save Herr Bacon. One singular cultist charging in, not giving one iota of care, as these cultists over here are making their way, chopping down this listing post, and it's just action on either side of the map. Here, as well that's going on, Howling Banshees, there was a minefield, in fact I do believe there is a minefield knocking down there, yep, which is not what the Howling Banshees want to walk into. The cultists have been taken care of, and we get time to breathe. 109 and 40 to the Chaos player, compared to 73 and 20 for the Eldar player, so a big amount of flirt as well, so we've got some potential for, there we go, Khorne Berserkers, tier 2 as well. It's not so much a float, they were just saving their money. That's what it was. There we go. Moving forward, Farseer will see the minefield, but they don't really care. They're just going to walk straight over it. Another Psychic Storm, not quite, again, where Bambus really wanted it. But pushing these guys back while the Howling Banshees take care of this listing post. Also, a decent amount of plasma generators for them to attack as well. Khorne Berserkers now going to see what they can do. And they do a little less damage than the Howling Banshees. But I would imagine, if I could hazard a guess, that they've got a little bit more in the way of health. Especially with this Chaos gift of Chaos Armour on the way. Tier 2 listing post going to go down. Plasma generators also going to be saying good night, sweet prince. There's some hero war gear in the form of an accursed Crozius plasma pistol, sort of gauntlets of damnation. I imagine that they will increase the damage of the Chaos Lord, but I will put details up in the corner there. Demonic Fury and Furious Charge as well being researched. Eldar not quite going to go for their tier 2 as of... I mean, they might have gone for their tier 2. Lord knows. But I mean, at the moment, I imagine the Chaos player will be... Ah, there we go. Sacrificial Circle. Maybe get some... like we saw in the last game when Chaos was playing, where you get your Chaos Sorcerer out, you put some tainted chains on the field, and then you're able to keep these units locked down, preventing the Eldar from using their quick maneuverability, and just gunning them down as quickly as humanly possible. Eldar, they have their usual multiple different ways of going about things. They always have lots of options. I mean, straight out from the gate, they're able to go for Howling Banshees, Dark Reapers, Warp Spiders, Guardians, not Guardians, sorry, Rangers. And into tier 2, they will have access to their Fire Dragons as well as their Wraith Guards.
Cross me.
It all depends on what they fancy to go for. I imagine Warp Spiders will probably be the best choice for them. So Warp Spiders are able to very quickly reposition themselves with their teleporting. Listing Shrine going to go down. Bone Singer trying to go in to repair it, but being shot down instantly. Guardians and Howling Banshees moving forward, trying to use the river to their advantage, but Khorne Berserkers not having any of it. Have they gone for the World Eaters colours by any chance? Doesn't seem like it. I did see what was it yesterday? A really good joke about the World Eaters. Oh, very good. Psychic Storm there. That was mentioned in the chat on a Tuesday game. What do you call Angron when he's the Emperor? You call him the Temperor, which I'm not claiming that I knew that joke. That was told by me by a subscriber the other day, but I quite like that joke. It's a barrel of laughs, that. Anyway, the Eldar have managed to push back the Chaos player quite considerably, especially with their wonderful use of Howling Banshees to move forward and beat people back. Dark Reapers providing long-range support, and the Guardians just being in the middle, acting as a bulwark and additional cannon fodder. Chaos Sorcerer now ready to play ball. Renewing the assault as they move down to try and reclaim their relic. While this is going on, the Banshees are also decapping this relic on this side as well. Guide being cast on the Dark Reapers. Certainly will help them increase their damage, but Chaos Sorcerer is going to tie them up while throwing some Psychic Bolts at his own traitorous Space Marines. Such is the way of chaos. You never know who's on your side. Farseer regenerating a little bit of health, but not in the best of situations. Healthy-wise. Khorne Berserkers using the Furious Charge to full effect. Getting up close in the face of these Dark Reapers, not letting them get a single shot off. This Listening Shrine, though, doing some work and firing away. This Listening Shrine over here, though, has not been repaired since the last time the Chaos Cultists charged in. Webway Gate not quite invisible. Oh, it's not invisible because the Chaos Sorcerer can see it. Alright, that's understandable then. Khorne Berserker has been slowed down by the Warlocks. I'm going to call it a web ability. For life of me, I can't remember what it's called. But they're not looking too pretty at the moment. Lots of low health models. Might want to move back. They are quite expensive to replace. But mind you, the same amount of money as the... Oh yeah, what one Khorne Berserker costs the same amount as a Howling Banshee. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, it does look like the Chaos player has been beaten back once again. Not really getting much in the way of decent trades. Well, I might potentially get this lonely Howling Banshee. Another Psychic Storm going down. Not quite hitting the mark once again. And it does look like we've got a full squad wipe of some Chaos Space Marines down here. So wonderful combination of units here. Really, really working together to prevent the Chaos from getting any kind of advantage. Chaos Lord went down during that, so they will be replacing him. Nothing major coming from any of the buildings at the moment. Might need to invest in maybe something like... I don't know, what would you go for? Maybe Flamers to break the morale of the Howling Banshees. If I was a betting man, that would probably be the way to go. Chaos once again charging across the negative cover of the river. Falling on the left bank to avoid that debuff. But yeah, just a really impressive use of Guardians and Howling Banshees to keep these Dark Reapers into a firing position. Have gone for heavy weapons increase, so I imagine they will start to invest. There we go, some heavy bolters. I mean, that might be the idea, just get as many heavy bolters as possible on both squads, and then by the time that the Howling Banshees even get a whiff of close combat, they've already been absolutely wiped out at range. Especially if you can use this... Oh, they're also going to go for Raptors and Demonic Flight as well, so that will help them keep these Howling Banshees at bay, or at the very least, occupy the Dark Reapers long enough. Psychic Storm hitting both squads right in the middle. Doing a fairly decent amount of damage. Well, the Heavy Bolters now opening fire. Going to chase away this entire block of Eldar. No vehicles for our players at the moment. Very infantry-heavy focus. What's the Eldar going to go for? They are now moving on to their support portal. Oh, quick economy check. 103 and 50 compared to 109 and 39. Fairly even, Stevens. Going to go for a Rune of Fortune. There's some Eldar nonsense. Probably, I think it's the one that increases the Psychic Storm AoE damage. He says no degree of confidence. I had this written down, actually. Hold on. Ah, I did write it down. Rune of Fortune decreases incoming damage by 10% and plus enemy accuracy by 50%. So, yeah, it's a general keep her alive kind of ability. Look at that, I'm making notes. It's like I'm at university all over again. Here we've got a machine pit going for the Chaos player. Though these heavy bolters really, really tearing their way for these Guardians. Almost getting a squad wipe there as the Raptors jump in. Taking out a Dark Reaper or two. Got a grab platform Bright Lance for these Guardians. Will help them take down the listening person buildings of the Chaos player. Now, I imagine, what would he go for from the machine pit? I imagine some defilers might be a good shout. We'll be able to tangle up these guys in close combat, whereas also fire away at these Dark Reapers from long range. It would certainly be a good overall pick. Hell Talent maybe as well. That might be useful for going around the flanks and bothering the Eldar buildings. Although then again, with their infiltrated buildings, might not be the best thing. Going to go for a healing way station, which will certainly keep the Eldar fighting fit. But so far, no one really getting a big purchase on anyone else. Fairly even across the board. Does seem like this will be going on for quite some time. Power Fist is going to be researched in the Chaos Armory. Will help them in close combat, especially when harassing the Listing Purse. Big Eldar force moving on the right-hand side. Both Guardian squads now been equipped with a grav platform. Over yonder, we do have the Raptors. Now, with all their upgrades and whatnot, they will be able to out-DPS the Howling Banshees in close combat. And also that Power Fist as well, not to be sniffed at. Raptors, though, not wanting to get involved as they saw the Eldar moving towards their base. Defiler defiling the sacred ground of Blood River with its cannon. Gotta be careful, though. These Bright Lancers do a mean bit of damage if left unchecked. Especially when there's two of them. Critical location going to be captured by the Chaos Marines down here. Bit of a risky play. The Eldar don't anticipate it. Also got these Raptors going on down here. Cultist going to recapture this relic. I've gone for some Call of War research and annihilate the enemy. So final tier, I do believe, for the Eldar player. Going to go for a second webway assembly. To allow him to get more upgrades for his Farseer.
Needs to be done.
I do believe that is it, yep. A friendly eco check from Just Choco Bambus.
The random hand of fate
If you don't ask, you don't get.
to you.
Do love the Chaos models, especially when they get the Power Fist out. Ready to give the Eldar a big high five as and when they're ready. Eldar poising themselves for an assault on the
Enemy cannot hide
Chaos
from
base.
my sight.
Waiting for the right time to strike.
Has begun.
And then deciding, will they? Will they not?
Shall I devise
Oh, it's the
something?
critical location. They when that was caught out, they decided to probably maneuver around to decap it. Chaos now moving down the middle, firing away at their listening shrine. More psychic storms going on down here. And while it doesn't do a lot of single unit damage, I mean, what was that? That's nearly 1,300 damage in total,
We exist to avenge our sisters.
which is a good amount. Also breaking the morale as well, which is very nice. Two Defilers moving forward. Now, will these Defilers be playing a frontal assault role, or will they just be at the back, kicking and screaming with their artillery guns? I imagine with no fire dragons and no anti-vehicle weaponry,
They can hold victory.
it might make sense for them just to go up straight forward and just smack people around. Also got a Riftbone armor,
And I respond in kind.
which will help keep them the Farseer alive and whatnot, I imagine. Listing Shrine being sieged down, slowly but surely being killed.
We are
Burnsinger doing its best to keep it alive, but Burnsinger itself, it backflipped into the air
we are taking damage.
before finally killed. A good firing line as well. We'll see the support portal. Nothing coming from the support portal, actually. It's a bit unusual. The Craft World Antiquary Elemental Rune. You can see there, lots of shiny bits around it. Certainly does something. Support platform being moved, I do believe. Last moment. Now we've got two Soul Shrines on the field, so we'll allow the Eldar to access certain large units. Oh, there we go, a big old Eldritch Storm. Serious damage to anyone caught in it. Huge area effect as well. I do believe that's probably what the Elemental Rune does. Also, Gauntlets of Aisha as well. It's certainly the most upgraded Farseer you've ever seen in your life. Defiler been slowed down. Will also be sniped by these bright lances. Does look like this Defiler will go down. In fact, it indeed does.
We are taking damage.
I knew the fates did
As these Chaos Space Marines fire away at these Howling Banshees from a distance. Second Desecrate Stronghold going down.
We are under attack.
And we're all seeing some Corruption Research. Commander Hero upgrade.
Until taken full victory.
Chaos Lord charging forward. Being slowed down himself. He's got his Melter Gun. As well as his Reaper. Chains of Torment going on. This Howling Banshee is going to slow them down. Do believe that the...
We are taking damage.
Oh no, Farseer is still alive. There was a general debuff over there, so I assume that she died. And just as the Chaos Lord was about to die, in spawns a Demon Prince. Armed with his scythe of death and damnation. A mean unit to deal with. About to see a Wraith Lord and Demon Prince go toe-to-toe in close combat. Demon Prince still wanting to focus on the squishy targets of the Guardians. Being supported by a lot of long-range fire from the Chaos Space Marines. Wraith Lord going to turn their attention to the Space Marines. As Demon Prince is looking at these plasma generators, seeing if he can take some of their health away. Wraith Lord, though, not going to stand for it. Got some more exploding bits from the Farseer going on down here. All these Chaos Marines trying to decap that strategic point. One plasma generator going down. Demon Prince taking a lot of damage, to be fair. But then again, so is the Wraith Lord. Battered and bruised, he decides to return back home. The Chaos Sorcerer teleports away from all that engagement stuff going on over there. It was a very impressive engagement from the Chaos player, but he seems to have pushed a little bit too hard, a little bit too fast. Do have a desecrated standard going on down here. Does increase the overall health regen of anyone nearby.
4 minutes until taken full victory.
But I mean, there's no one nearby. Oh, mind you, there was that Chaos Sorcerer. Demon Prince, sliver of health left. As the Defiler runs back home. Chaos Sorcerer going to teleport away as well. Oh, quite an intense engagement, boys and girls, but... Oh, we're going to go for a Bloodthirster as well. That's cool.
see clearly once more.
What is the Eldar player going to do? Still no big units from the Eldar, with the exception of this Wraith Lord. Already been repaired to full health. That's a disadvantage with trading with a vehicle, is that the Demon Prince will have to stay at home and just regenerate his health, which will take quite some time. But a vehicle can just get repaired quick as you like by the Bone Singers. Will apologise if I'm sniffing a lot, by the by. I've got quite the cold. I've been visited by Cougar Plague Father himself. Been kitten-fisted by the Liber Bubonicus. And, yeah. So it's not pleasant. But first, at 3/4 of the way out, more Bone Singers coming out to play. 109 and 55. Decent amount of flirt as well. Compared to, jeez, bloody hell, that is also quite a significant amount of flirt. 115 and 82. Both players not sure what to spend their money on. The Chaos player has got no vehicles on at the moment, so he could just spam a whole load of vehicles out if he so wished. Runic armor as well for the Chaos player.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware!
Guardians firing away at these cultists, managing to get them all dead. Do have a Demon Prince firing its wrist cannon. Although does not want to be here on its own with the Wraith Lord hot on his tail. Now we're going to go for some Obliterators as well. And some Demonic Presence, personal teleporters. Yeah, I imagine that the Chaos player will be transitioning into some maybe more elite units. Go from double Raptors. The good amount of ranged support with a significant melee presence. Eldar going for not the kind of same build as they went before. Before they were on a good balance between ranged and melee. Now focusing a little bit more on their ranged with their double Dark Reapers and their Guardians. Wraithlord still standing tall. Anything major? Oh, they are going to go for an Avatar. So potential Avatar versus Bloodthirster Mischief. Getting the Avatar on the field as well will also allow the Eldar to have more than their usual squad cap going on there. So that's pretty sweet. The Predators on the way. Defilers, we're seeing lots of big endgame units here. We're on at the 25-minute marker as well.
We are under enemy.
Don't normally see this level of HQ, or should I say high-quality units at this stage of the game. Death Vermin research will certainly increase the DPS of the Dark Reapers. Got some Obliterators on the field. Only able to get 4 in the squad, but they certainly do what they say on the tin. Good against basically everything. Elemental Cane on the field. Quite quick. One Chaos Rider going on a bit of a journey. Not sure why he was down there. Didn't seem to have any units with him. But they will have spotted the Avatar of Kane. These Psychic Storms not really hitting this game. Remember last time they were on point every single time, but quite struggling at this moment. Anyway, Avatar of Kane, the Bane of Matt Ward, is out, ready to strike fear into the enemy, making very, very quick work of this listing post. Lots of Raptors over here, jumping and jiving, tying up all the Dark Reapers. Got some Obliterators also teleporting in. Chaos Predator doing what they can. Raptors still high numbers, got a big old Psychic Storm on the way over there, knocking down these Obliterators, doing a little bit of damage to the Chaos Predator. Couldn't use that ability on all the Raptors down here as they're obviously in the middle of all the Eldar. But pushing down quite quickly. Now will be taken down to size. Lots of Chaos Sorcerer nonsense going on there. Destroying the Guardians and Dark Reapers alike. Do have a Avatar of Kane swiping down the the Defiler. Bloodfest there, ready to strike at the heart of the Eldari, along with his Demon Prince comrade. Terrifying unit. Loses health when it's not in close combat. Has got to be used constantly on the offensive. Doesn't seem like having close combat with buildings has any effect on him either. So must be tasting blood to satiate his need. Avatar of Kane smoking away while standing in the river. Don't know if he can contend with the Blood Reaver or Bloodthirster in close combat. He's going to do the honourable thing, which is just run away, while the Demon Prince strikes at this listing post. There's relic on relic action. Chaos Predator caught out by this Avatar and Wraithlord. Though now the Bloodthirster has seen the Avatar and will go head to head. Relic unit on relic unit. Doing all the flippy stuff. And, oh dear. Yep, the as usual, the Avatar of Kane doesn't fare very well. We even got to see the Sink kill then, which was pretty cool. Literally beheaded by the Bloodthirster. But even though he's managed that impressive feat, the Eldar do have the numbers, and the Bloodthirster can't win all of this. Managed to take on the Wraithlord. But then another Wraithlord just comes out. So I imagine the Bloodthirster will be chilling out here, keeping these guys occupied, while the Chaos player rebuilds his forces.
My mind is too weary to fight on.
I mean, what, we've got 13 out of 16 and 4 out of 7. Compared to 15 out of 17. So what are the units been... What have the squad caps been spent on? But yeah, we've got the Bloodthirster. Chaos Marines obliterators. Bloodfest taking down another Wraithlord. As well as a Listening Post. Obliterators armed with their flamers. Going to be tied up by these Howling Banshees. Obliterators do a fair decent amount of damage in close combat as well. Never take them for granted. Ideal wherever, but definitely better at long range. Bloodthirster going to be taken back to the warp against its will. Do quite like the death animation for the Bloodthirster. Being dragged back from whence it came. Chaos Sorcerer being sliced down. Howling Banshees being an absolute unit all the way through this game. Farseer as well, being used to full effect. And a squad wipe down here as well. Obliterators will probably want to teleport back home at some point. So what is the Chaos player going to go for? Got lots of blue money. Not so much in the way of green money there. Will also lose their relic as well. Not sure if they've got 2 relics. They have got 2 relics, so they will be able to regain their Bloodthirster should they choose. So I'm nearly sneezing. You know that point when you have a cold and all you want to do is sneeze for the rest of your life, but it's just not happening. That's essentially my life right now. What's the Eldar going to go for? Just a whole smorgasbord of Wraithlords. Going to go for a Fire Dragon as well.
I knew you would have me.
But very good composition from the Eldar player. Should be able to deal with whatever the Chaos player can bring up. Going for triple Chaos Predators. No Twin Link Lascans or anything like that. Which will certainly help against the Dark Reapers and whatnot. Chaos Rhino being used as a, how would one say, a scouting vehicle, seeing what the Eldar are going for. Although won't see all that much as they are all infiltrated buildings. Harlequin on the way out.
We have mastered the art of destruction.
Yeah, triple Chaos Predators. Not sure if that's going to be great against the Wraithlords. The Wraithlords can just kind of just charge in and slice and dice with their big old burny blades. Especially with these Fire Dragons as well in support.
I come to dance the dance of death.
Eldar once again going to move on to this side. Seems their favoured arc of attack. I mean, to be fair, it's probably the best way to attack. You don't have to cross any negative cover.
Incoming enemy fire.
And here we go. Chaos Predators aiming at the Dark Reapers. Wraithlords just kind of looking about them. Casually firing their Bright Lances.
We have secured the air
And they've got the range. Taking down one Plasma Generator. Another Warp Stormy Storm. Going to take out a whole another Plasma Generator. I love that effect. That is a thing of beauty. Listing post over here. Slow but surely been taken down. Eldar enacting a siege upon the Chaos Space Marines. Chaos Predators now going to go for their Twin Link Las Cannons. Not going to go for Las Cannons on either side though. Going to stick with those for the ranged, well, the soft infantry units. Oh, holy hell, wow, that's going on. Cultists in the base. At least buying the Chaos player some time. These guys are fit for death. But like we said earlier on, the Chaos player has loads of blue money to play with, so you can throw these away willy-nilly.
The art of destruction. We are doomed.
More Wraithlords on the way. Not quite maximising his squad caps there.
We walk.
Quite happy just using these smaller armies. We have a Harlequin somewhere. There she is.
Foretold this day.
Ready to jump and dance over anything and everything. Demon Prince being re-recruited, as well as the Chaos Lord. And a Defiler as well, just for good measure. Chaos Predator now moving forward. A trio of tanks. But there was no Wraith Lord for them to initially engage with. Now they're here, though. Just need to start getting their hits on, but they keep on getting distracted by these Dark Reapers. So can't really use their guns to full effect. Moving quicker than these Obliterator squads as well. These guys are not able to assist with range. Corrupted Earth, or Corrupted Floor, whatever. Quicker the morale and also damaging them quite considerably. Slow webbing going on these guys though, but Curse Sorcerer answering kind of some tormented chains. Flying away with his Eldritch Bolts. And these Predators are not wanting to stay in this world. Harlequin knocking these Obliterators around. And a second Chaos Predator goes down. It's not looking all that pretty for the Chaos player at the moment. Demon Prince back out. Obliterators now having a clear line of fire on these Wraith Lords. But the Howling Banshees move forwards, trying to distract anything and everything. Demon Prince backhanding a Wraith Lord, not giving them a moment of respite. Now that he's full of health, full of beans, will make extremely quick work. There we go, about maybe like 4 strikes, and a Wraith Lord is down. I mean, with the Demon Prince at the forefront of this charge, not much the Eldar can do. I mean, where's the Farseer gone? Farseer's over here.
They are closing in.
Guardians capturing at critical locations. But I think the Howling Banshees have gone. And Eldar don't really have an anti-demon unit. Never Avatar's on his way out. Big exploding bits from the Farseer. But yeah. But I suppose the sheer amount of Dark Reapers, they are able to scare away the Demon Prince, and his health regen will take a lot of time for him to get back up, but yeah, who knows? But when the Avatar comes out, when these Warp Spiders, well, I saw some, there we go, Warp Spider Aspect Stone add-on being popped there. One listed post going down, another listed post also on the way down south. Hitting the economy, not so important at this stage of the game, as everyone's got a huge flirt. But we'll take it. More tormented ground on the field. Rancid flooring. Defiler distracting these Dark Reapers as the Obliterators decap this strategic point. Loads of Eldritch Bolts going on that Farseer. And Avatar is out. And with that, the Force of Chaos will probably retreat. Teleporting away are these Obliterators. Demon Prince hanging around in the tainted ground of the Chaos base. I do believe that every building that the Chaos player has a little bit of a aura around them, which helps with the health regen of any units. Gonna go for some Possessed Marines, as was an Icon Bearer, which is exactly what you want to see. Very, very quick. I do like how when the demon, the Avatar of Cain is in the water, you do see a steam effect going out from his body. It's a gorgeous unit. Look at him. A face that only Aisha can love. He's got Aisha or Isha. The Eldar god who gets blooming experimented on by Nurgle, whatever her name is. Another Bloodfest on its way out. An Icon Bearer armed with a foul, tainted standard. It's a bit like an apothecary for the Chaos faction. Should also, there we go, it should also move the Demon Prince near the Apothecary. His health is getting up quite nicely. There's still a lot of health to regen. We have a Fire Prism. You don't normally see Fire Prisms in these games, as by the time a game finishes, you don't really have time for the Fire Prism. What a treat. You can see 2 Avatars of Cain, 2 Bloodthirsters, a couple of Demon Princes, and a Fire Prism. Chaos trying to go down the middle with these Possessed Marines, but they will not have it. As it looks like the Eldar are moving forward, they've gone for some Warp Spiders. In fact, 2 squads of Warp Spiders, 2 Fire Prisms, 2 Dark Reapers, an Avatar of Cain to lead the charge. Avatar just moving straight in. And there's 2 Possessed squads. I mean, the individual squads for the Chaos player are de facto just better than the Eldar squads, but the Eldar have got more. They've got more maneuverability. They've got a lot more to play and work with. Morale being broken down. Fire Prisms shooting at their own men more so than they are the Possessed. You oversee accounts on the field there, which are absolutely lethal in close combat. Demon Prince has gone down by the hands of the Avatar. You have a Bloodthirster going to be summoned soon. Bursting through the ground in a fit of fury and madness. And no matter where these Warp Spiders go, they're still going to be got by the Chaos Demon. Tucked away as this Chaos Dreadnought is summoned onto the field. And even with all their firepower, Bloodthirster has a significant amount of health. Going to move straight in, strike down this Listening Shrine. All the Eldar have to do is just hold for now. They do have the numbers, they do have the firepower. Chaos, though, just has the initial power spike of this Bloodthirster. If they could push through it, I mean, Eldar economy as well is now back to what it is normally. Big zappy doodads. Smack bang in the middle of these obliterators. These guys feeling the thunder and lightning. Very, very frightening. Listening Shrine going to be once again struck down by a Bloodthirster. Now, I would say, is a good time to go for the economy. As anything that gets destroyed now by the force of chaos will be hard to replace. Corrupted land we pop down here as these Dark Reapers have been slowed by the Chains of Torment. Taking a significant amount of damage by these Possessed Marines. Morale completely broken from the Eldar side. Things that they can't do at the moment. The sheer amount of emotional damage that's been done to them. More Possessed Marines on the way as the Bloodthirster rips down another webway gate. Gonna try and go for Fire Prism. And Fire Prisms were a great idea until the Possessed came out to play. Problem with the tank is when it's been outflanked, very difficult to manoeuvre it. Bloodthirst just absolutely wiping out all the economy, resisting its bloodthirst, or its hunger for blood. Avatar of Cain once again coming out, third time is the charm. But even now, 1 versus 1. I zoomed in to get a good look at the fight. I thought he'd flown up to do like a big over-the-head axe strike, but no, he just flew away. Just flew away. Possessed Squad tying up these Dark Reapers. Demon Prince once again on the field. Well, this is a lot of chaos nonsense. Even with an Avatar of Cain on the field. Bloodthirster going down. Demon on demon action here. And once again, Avatar goes down. Not the most useful of relic units, I'll have to admit. Does all seem like the Eldar Farseer has gone down. When we saw him being lifted up in the air and then smirted down by this demonic prince a couple of seconds ago.
30 seconds until...
But 30 seconds till taking all victory. By Choco Bambus. I mean, they've got it. They've got off. Oh dear, oh dear. The Chaos player not really realising that the countdown was going down, so... I mean, oh dear, that's such a shame. The Chaos... If there was no critical location victory, the Chaos player would have certainly had that. But by Eldar trickery alone, they managed to get that. Oh, well, that was a very exciting match. Lots of relic units, lots of good stuff, but the Eldar take it just by a critical location victory. Cool, well anyway, my name's Mr. Landshark, pleasure as always. Please do take into consideration to join the Patreon. £1 a month does get you one extra game a week and all that jazz. Yeah, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.